Hi, boys and girls. I have another Easter book I would like to share with you. This one, of course, is fictional, okay, because we know that a T-Rex can't be an Easter rabbit. But the title of the story is Here Comes T-Rex Cottontail. Now, I noticed first thing when I picked up this book that, we talk about the author and the illustrator a lot, and this book has two names at the bottom. So that tells me that one person wrote the book while the other person did the illustrations. I hope you enjoy this Easter story. It's super cute. T-Rex was looking in the mirror. Not bad at all, or not bad, he said. Not bad at all. Just then the doorbell rang. He answered it. It was his friend Diplopodus, Stegosaurus, and Iguanodon. Why the funny ears and big cottontail? Diplodocus, I can't say that word, I'm sorry, guys. Diplodocus asked. Tomorrow is Easter, Stegosaurus said. Not Halloween. Peter Cottontail, a.k.a., which means also known as the Easter Bunny, has a cold, T-Rex said, and he asked me to deliver his eggs tomorrow. But you can't hop, Iguanodon said. I've been practicing, T-Rex said. I don't know that I would want a T-Rex to be hopping. The three friends looked around. Where are the eggs? They asked. At his house, T-Rex answered. I'm hopping down there now to get them. Diplodocus, Stegosaurus, and Iguanodon watched as T-Rex wobbled and hopped out the door. I'm afraid those eggs are in for a shell-shattering trip tomorrow, Stegosaurus said. T-Rex can practice when he gets back, Iguanodon said. Too late, Diplodocus said, looking out the window. I think they had the same thoughts that I had. Poor T-Rex, wobbling and hopping up the bumpy trail, he stumbled and fell and landed kersplat on Peter Cottontail's basket full of eggs. What a mess! T-Rex walked slowly into his house. What now? His friends asked. I don't know, T-Rex answered. He certainly has a big mess, doesn't he? Suddenly, T-Rex had an idea. We'll get more eggs, he said, and color them. Then I'll have some to deliver Easter morning. Where will we get more eggs? Stegosaurus asked. Hen gave all of hers to Peter Cottontail. There must be more out there somewhere, T-Rex said. Diplodocus grabbed the empty basket. You stay here and practice, he said. We'll get the eggs. By the end of the afternoon, T-Rex had gotten the wobble out of his hop, and his friends had gotten more eggs. T-Rex was pleased. Where did you get them? He asked. From duck and goose and turkey, Stegosaurus said, and one from screech owl. We'd better start coloring them, Iguanodon said, or we won't be done till dawn. Late that night, all the eggs were colored. T-Rex and his friends were sleeping and snoring. Unfortunately, when the sun came up, T-Rex and his friends were still asleep, but the children weren't. They were at their windows, awake and awaiting. Shouts of, "Where are you, Easter Bunny?" could be heard. But the children were probably very disappointed. T-Rex heard them. He jumped up. He put on his funny ears, cottontail, long twitching whiskers, jacket, and bow tie. "I'll save an egg for Peter Cottontail," T-Rex said to his friends. "Meet me at his house later. We'll give it to him then," he said, hopping out the door. The children were still at their windows, waiting and worrying until T-Rex hopped into view. "Cool," they shouted. "That's one really big cottontail hopping down that bumpy trail." When all the eggs, except one, had been delivered, T-Rex started hopping back up the bumpy trail. "Thanks for our eggs, Mr. Really Big Cottontail," the children called after him. "Any time," T-Rex called back. T-Rex hopped over to Peter Cottontail's house. His friends were already there. "Do you have the egg?" they asked. T-Rex nodded and rang the doorbell. Peter Cottontail answered it. T-Rex handed Peter Cottontail the egg. "For me?" Peter Cottontail asked. T-Rex and his friends nodded. "No one has ever given me an Easter egg before," he said. "Thank you." Just then, eggs began to crack open. Crack, 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 crack. And dozens of tiny ducks started quacking. And dozens of tiny geese started honking. And dozens of tiny turkeys started gobbling. "This is the best Easter ever," the children shouted. Then Peter Cottontail's egg began to crack open. Crack! And one tiny screech owl started screeching. Peter Cottontail was surprised and delighted. "This is the noisiest Easter ever," he said. "The noisiest and the best. I shall never forget it." "Nor shall we," said T-Rex and his friends. Boys and girls, I don't know if you've noticed, but look at the big cotton ball on the end of T-Rex's tail. That's a big cotton ball, isn't it? Happy Easter, everybody! Now, I hope you guys enjoyed that story as much as I did. And too, like T-Rex, I hope you guys have a happy Easter. Miss you bunches.